Hi my friends, and welcome back to our Semantic Manager tutorials. And in previous lesson we learned how to create a user-defined data type. So in this lesson we try to do some practice. But before, I think let's add another block here. Insert data block, and it's also DB of type. And symbolic name, let's use the same like in previous block. Okay, and press OK button. And my friends, I think let's use the simple programs, but I want to show you how we use the indirect addressing here. So we use the STL. Let's open OB1 and close this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and also this one. And let's add new network here, and let's switch to STL language. Because, as I said before, we will use the indirect addressing here. So our first command is open command. So we use the OPN and we use the DB block, which number is stored in MW0 register. And my friends, we must read, for example, address number 4. Let's open our DB3 here. No. And what we have here? Here we have source here. Okay, let's read this one. And for this, we will use the switch to OB1, Windows OB1, and we used here the first we must read it to our stack. So let's use the L, and we use DBD number 4 because it's the word parameters. So let's press enter, and we must send it to MW10, for example. Let's use it MW10. So now let's save it, and let's start our simulator and download our program and check it. So let's run our simulator and download the program. Yes, yes, okay. Yes, yes. So we have some errors here, my friends. Okay, let's return to our OB block. And what is the problem here? MW0. Okay, let me check it with you. Let's copy this one. I want to check if we have a problem with our blocks. And now let's delete network, save it. Maybe we are not saved the change, maybe we have some problems. Yes, yes, yes. Now let's check it together. Okay, now it's worked. Let's return to our OB block and change it again. Insert PNDB MV0. So DBD TMV10. Save it and download again. So we have some problem in our logic, my friends. Okay, let me check it from DB2, DB3. Okay, let's try to add 0. Maybe we have some address problems. Okay, DBD 0, and let's save it. So my friends, I can manage and solve the problem. The problem is let me return to our problem. So we open DB and we open DB which number is stored in MW0, but when I check the MW0 I found out that it's 0. So we first open DB0, and if you check our blocks we have no DB0 here. That's why we're faced with error, and to solve this problem I add to MV0 number 3 with this code, and then I read this data. So now let's wear our glasses and let's check the data from here. Okay, we cannot do it, but we try to modify it. And let's try again. I think we can, okay, we can modify this block. Okay, let's write it 2. And what happened? What happened here? Okay, let's change it to number, modify to number, again number 3, and why nothing happened. So my friends, I think I have some problems with my studio and I cannot normally simulate the data, but we finished our lessons about the user-defined data blocks, and so let's concluding our learnings and our knowledge about data blocks. And so my friends, I understand the problems because our simulator is not started without adding the value directly for our MV. I cannot change it, but if you use another CPU, maybe you can run it. And I want to make some conclusion of our DB. So we create DB. We can create DB. We have 3 types of DB. It's a shared, it's user-defined data types from which we created, and the last one is the instance data blocks. And it gives us opportunity to create the data which we use in our blocks and in our PLC programming. So my friends, that's all for today. I wish you good health and good luck. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button if you enjoy the video. See you in the next lesson.